can't believe we're public about that. But anyway.
I'd never tried online dating before.
I wanted to meet someone with the same values as myself.
She got an email with the fresh fish, as you might say.
And I saw Derek and I thought, he's got nice eyes. I'll just wave and say hi.
The thing that got her about my profile was there was a point that said final words, and I just said coffee and chocolate, and she said that's what tipped her over the line.
And so we started emailing, and Derek still got copies of our emails, haven't you?
Yep.
And pulled them out and showed me just before our wedding. So I was really quite surprised that he still had that.
Because we'd been texting so much, like our phones constantly beeping back and forth for like 3 days, and I had my mum over and she was getting sick of it.
I had dated a lot of other guys who just wanted to text, and every conversation was over text, but he put all of that aside and he rang me, and it was great just to have that confidence, and the conversation just flowed.
A lot of people say you're supposed to get butterflies and all that sort of thing, but for me, I just had a whole piece about the thing.
The first time Derek and I met was at Melbourne Airport.
There was a little bit of awkwardness because it was a big step to go across the other side of the country.
I know he was wearing a jacket because I know as we walked through the airport, he did reach into his jacket and pulled out a red rose, but because he had flown from interstate, it was a plastic red rose.
Because you're not allowed to take flora on planes. So I found this plastic rose. So I brought that through so that, they couldn't take it off me because it wasn't real.
I love rice pudding, and he got his mum to teach him how to make rice pudding. So he won my heart with his rice pudding. But just to seal the deal, he made me fall in love with his dog.
She doesn't like shopping and she's not into jewellery. And when I tell my mates that, they go, why haven't you been married yet? Like this.
And now that we're married, we've got 3 sausage dogs, and our house is like a kennel, but we love them so much, and they are our babies.
So the engagement.
It was really quite cute because he told me later that because he didn't live in Melbourne, he had to Google the top places to propose in Melbourne.
Went out to Sky High for lunch, and I took this box. I had a big jacket and I had it in my left-hand pocket. So whenever I was walking around, I had to make sure that Kathy was on my right side so that she wouldn't feel the box.
And I didn't even have any idea that this was going to happen.
There was a maze that we could go through, and just at the right time they'd opened up, so we had access to the maze.
For some reason, he just wanted to walk around the maze. I don't know why, it was closed.
So what I did, there's a place in Perth called Get Chunky that make these amazing huge cookies. So I grabbed a special cookie, one of her favourites.
And then we sat down under the maple tree, and I remember that because I love maple syrup, and he opened a box, and in the box was a big fat chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah. And there was a little note in there.
There was a little note in there, and it said, "You had me at cookie." So, yeah, which was really nice. And I've still got the box, so that's nice.
Yeah. God takes you on a journey, and it was just, for me, it was just his timing. And
I felt the same thing, that had I, I was thinking about giving up, and had I given up a week earlier, I wouldn't have met Derek. And I just think when I was ready to start dating 16 years ago, Derek wasn't. So everything works out, the timing for a reason.